Welcome to HOIA, Healthy, Organic, Inspired Asian Food and Cooking. I'm Diane Yang Kirk, and today I'm going to talk about the essentials to have in your Asian cooking kitchen. Going to an Asian grocery store might be a little bit intimidating if you don't know what you're looking for, but you might do a lot better if you have a master list. Usually I make healthy, organic, inspired Asian recipes on the show, but this was a special request by Sarah M. in Miami. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a like, and if you're looking for those HOIA recipes, make sure you subscribe and click on that bell if you want to know when new videos are posted. Let's get started! Before we get started with ingredients, we're going to talk kitchen tools. First, a large cutting board. There's a lot of cutting and chopping in Asian food, so when you have a lot of surface area, that definitely helps. And speaking of cutting and chopping, that knife, make sure it's sharp because you're going to use it a lot. I love crushing my garlic and ginger with a garlic press, and I sure use my tongs a lot. I know you've seen a lot of these on my show. They're ramekins, and I have them in all different sizes. When you're cooking Asian food, a lot of it is about timing, so you're going to do a lot of the preparation, the cutting, the chopping, the mixing ahead of time. So we're going to have a lot of that separated out, and then it all goes into the pot or pan. I call these my level 1 ingredients. Must-haves. Your cooking oil. I use an organic sunflower oil for most of my stir frying because it holds up to heat. There's a couple of other oils that you can use, but this is my favorite because it's got the lightest, cleanest flavor. Another oil that we use in just about every dish is toasted sesame oil. It's toasty and nutty and just perfect for dressings, marinades, and seasoning a lot of dishes in Asian cooking. I don't recommend stir frying too much with toasted sesame oil because the burning point is low, and that can cause carcinogens in your food. No bueno. Asian food isn't Asian without soy sauce. It is definitely a staple. There's been a lot of talk about soy products, about the health benefits or not. I have been eating and cooking with soy sauce my entire life. If you want a gluten-free option, you can always use tamari or gluten-free soy sauce. And if you want to make sure that you're soy-free, you can always use coconut aminos. Unseasoned rice vinegar. Ah, so good. It's used in so many sauces and dressings and marinades, and it just does everything. You gotta have it. When you're talking about the healthy aspect of Asian food, oftentimes people will say, gosh, there's just too much sugar. I definitely agree, and in my recipes, I try to use as little sugar as possible. I love using agave. Again, there's so much back and forth about sugar and is it good for you or is it not. The great thing about agave that I like is that it's low on the glycemic index, which means it's not going to spike your blood sugar. However, it is still technically a sugar source. If you're really trying to watch your sugar choices, you can of course use raw organic honey, but if you're a vegan, then I would definitely still recommend agave. Palm sugar or coconut sugar, and I use it sometimes in my recipes, is becoming more and more popular. It's a little less sweet than sugar, pound for pound, but you have to melt it first. So that's why I end up using agave so much. Arrowroot starch. I buy it in a bag and I transfer it into a jar to make it easier to use. Arrowroot starch is a thickener and can be used in soups and sauces to thicken it. I use arrowroot starch in place of cornstarch because not only does it have some amazing health benefits such as anti-inflammatory properties, it can help with UTIs, and also digestion, but I prefer to use a non-GMO source. Arrowroot starch is non-GMO, vegan, and gluten-free. A few fresh ingredients to add to level 1: green onion or scallion, ginger, cilantro. All three are used in Asian cooking in so many different ways from start to finish. My refrigerator is never without these 3 ingredients. Restaurant cooked foods has a bad reputation for containing MSG. MSG is a flavor enhancer. My dishes have a ton of flavor, and I definitely get some help with some chicken broth, beef broth, and vegetable broth. All of the flavor, none of the artificial. My recommendations for level 2 HOIA ingredients. Fish sauce is used a ton in Thai and Vietnamese cooking. It's made with anchovy paste and a couple of other things, so it has an umami flavor. salty and delicious. Hoisin sauce, pretty much barbecue sauce for Asians. Next to hoisin sauce, a super popular flavor in stir fry, oyster sauce. Oyster sauce is full of flavor. When you pick up your bottle, just make sure you choose one without MSG. There are also vegetarian versions. We've got black vinegar. I say you can't have dumplings unless you have black vinegar. Black rice vinegar was discovered when making rice wine, and it aged for too long, and then we had vinegar. So it went from good to bad to good. It's fragrant, it's smoky, it's irresistible. Rice wine. These two are used a ton in Chinese cuisine. This is Shaoxing wine, and it definitely has a much stronger alcohol taste to it. This one, not so much. In Essentials Level 1, I showed unseasoned rice vinegar. This is seasoned rice vinegar, and basically it's got the salt and the sugar already included. So you get to skip a step. It's also really great for making sushi rice. When walking down the sauce aisle of an Asian market, you definitely might feel your head spin. It even does for me. These two are absolute musts. Garlic black bean sauce and minced ginger. Just trust me. And we finish off with our chili. I love having spicy as an option. Sriracha. Come on, if you don't have this already in your refrigerator, you should. Chili oil. All of that spice, none of the salt. Chili garlic sauce. It's got a paste-like consistency, so you're gonna use it a lot more in cooking, in dressings and marinades than sriracha, which is definitely used more like a condiment. I hope you learned a lot with this tutorial. With these ingredients, your kitchen will be HOIA ready. HOIA!
If you enjoyed this episode of HOIA Food and Cooking, please like this video and share it with your friends. New videos will be going up each week on my channel, so please subscribe to see the latest delicious, healthy, organic, inspired Asian food recipes. I'd love to hear from you, so please comment below and tell me what you loved about this video, and also what dishes you'd like to see me prepare in the future. HOIA!